what's going on, guys? It's Aaron Perelli from AJP Fishing. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about weedless swim baits, okay? Weedless swim baits in the winter months like right now, with the cold temperature waters, it actually makes the bait, the soft plastic itself, get a lot tighter. So that hook to come out, the friction causes it a lot more resistance of it coming up and penetrating the fish, and you're getting a lot of short strikes, and that hook's not really popping up well. What I like to do is make a top hook, okay, rigging, so you can actually bottom bounce a bait like this, okay? Right now I'm going to be using a 3/16 mission fish, one of my favorite baits. Okay, we're going to start right out of the package, okay, because I want to show you from scratch, and when your finished product is done, it's going to look just like that, and it's going to be neat and clean, and I guarantee you, you're going to catch a lot more fish with this kind of technique, okay? So stick around, let's learn something new together, okay? Okay, now when you're dealing with these types of baits, okay, when they come in the package, they come with your Gamakatsu Superline hook, okay? And as you can see, when you push against it, you know, you'll still have that resistance. Like I said, when the water is very, very cold, that bait tense ups and locks, okay? And when you want to bottom bounce this, okay, your bottom bouncing is not going to rest right because you have that hook underneath. So it'll actually fall, but go on its side this way or on its side this way. And a smaller profile presentation as opposed to the 6-inch, you can even get it in a 4-inch and almost make it look like a goby. But like I said, it'll sit in like this. Now, I'm going to take one completely out of the package, and we're going to start with this demonstration with a 6-inch, okay? Our finished product, what we're striving to get to, I just put a hook on real quick so you can see what the hook would look like as it's on the bait. Now that's what your finished product's going to look like, all right? That's not the hook I would generally use, but that's what it looks like, okay? Coming out, pulling through, doing your weight. But now look at the craftiness inside. Probably wondering, oh, what's that? That's your line through. Quick breakaway, quick release, bait gets away. Perfect is what you want to do, okay? Now, a lot of guys will like to use a tube technique. I don't like the tube technique because even though this is a bigger tube and you can get smaller tubes, the profile of your bait is gonna, on the sides, balloon out a little bit, okay? It's gonna go a little bit wider, and you don't want that. You want the perfect inline, you know, profile that it came in. So you want to try to keep it as much as it was designed as possible and still make it a line through, okay? When you take this out of the package, you will see a mission fish already is a line through bait, okay? You take your big super line out. There's your hole, and there's your part to come out the inside to come through here and out, and then rig it just like a regular weedless, okay? Now, the good thing about these is that it's weighted in the front. Okay, so when you are bottom bouncing it, it's staying in the front and staying flush like that. With the hook, like I said, it would roll over on its sides. It won't stay flush against the bottom. Now, a lot of guys like to do what's called, you know, the sewing needle trick, where they go line through in and then put the sewing needle, if this was the sewing needle, tie it and go straight up, okay? And then pull your wire out of your line and put it into place and lock it in place. Well, that's a good idea if you plan on destroying a lot of these, because sometimes this bait will get tacoed in their mouth like that, or they'll grab it real quick and run it to the side or whatever, and that line will actually fillet this whole bait almost like a steak when you set the hook, because you have no real actual line through. All it is just going up through the plastic and the line running out and being hooked right in the front. Okay, so when it's like this, you go to set that hook, all that line's going to do is go and shoot right out and fillet this thing, and that's when you have to get your mended out and everything else. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this down. I'm going to show you some of the ingredients that you need here, okay? One, always make sure you have a tackle box ready to go for all your soft plastic, okay? This is a small tackle box I keep for my soft plastics. Got to make sure you're going to have a pair of small snips, okay? Obviously, your Mend-It. Okay, you want your markers if you want to add color or whatnot, some super glue, 3/16 glue. It's the same thing as basically Mend-It, okay? What I'm using for these is a WD-40 straw. You can buy packs of them in red or packs of them in black, okay? Very important to have, and also very important to have, believe it or not, are hairpins. Very small black hairpins, okay? Make sure you give your girlfriend or your wife a reason why you have hairpins in your tackle box, all right? Don't get caught with that, with your pants down, trying to make an excuse why you have hairpins, okay? First thing you're gonna do is you are going to take your mission fish, you're gonna take your WD-40 straw, okay? You're gonna look at where your lining is, coming out, right there. Put it up against your bait. So figure you want it from about there to about there. So in order to puncture it without taking the plastic, you got to put it on a diameter to where you know it's going to be able to run down and up and run out. Now with this going through, you see the diameter of the WD-40 straw. I mean, it's hard to zoom in on that, but it's very, very thin diameter. However, you can put 20-pound big game monofilament through. I'm going to use 20-pound big game just so you can see that it will go through. Now, let me show you real quick so I can get the end of it. Oh, where the hell's the end? Here we go. Now, when you get the 20-pound diameter, you can see that it will go through that piece. So you know braid's going to go through, you know all your big game leader material, whatever you want is going to go through with WD-40 straw, okay? What you do is you cut this on an angle, right? A little bit of almost like a 90-degree almost, right? Cut it. And now you have it so where it goes through like a point. Now that point, when you send it through, right? Try to square it up a little bit. Take your pliers, make sure you keep the hole open and bent, okay? What you want to do is come up in here into your cavity, measure out where you want to set up your hook. I want to set up my hook in that area. You come in, right? You puncture up, okay? When you puncture up, you try to keep it in the center of the bait. Okay, when you get into the center of the bait, you take it out, make a quick clipping, real quick down bottom before you center it, okay? Now, when you have it centered like that, you want to bring it back down so you can see and keep it flush, okay? There's a little bit of an edge. So on a little bit of an edge, you take a file, a very small file, and lightly file that one piece off, okay? Perfect. Squeeze it again. Make sure you're lined up. Make sure your stuff is going to come right through that bait. Keep your angle, okay? Figure out how much of an angle you want. It's going to come out to there, so you want to bring it down. Okay. Line it up about there. Come back inside. Snip your piece. Okay. Take it back out. Now, you see where you have it? Now it's going to be coming in. You just want to make sure you got your line right. Okay. Put just a little bit. Pinch it so you know you have a good clean shot. There you go. Nice. Take your file. Get rid of it. Now, once your file's done, you got your clean opening. You make sure you pinched completely to have your opening. Okay? Then you stick a very, very small diameter paper clip inside to make sure there's no excess plastic or anything else like that coming out from your top or your bottom. Okay? Let's put it back in. Okay. Now, let's make sure we have it inside. Put your Epps against it, clean it out so all your plastic is out of the way and it's not locked up inside your bait. I'm doing this obviously fast for you because we don't have time with these video problems you have now with monitorizing and all that other stuff. So you get it inside, make sure you can get through. Excellent. Come out the other end. Make sure it's nice and clean. You are clean and all your plastic that you pushed through the bait is gone. Okay? Now that part, put it back. Take your line. Okay? Go through your bait and your inside. Send it through. This is like I said, this is 20-pound big game, okay? Get it through there. Get it through your main line. Here's your hook. Right through. I was in it like twice already. Why can't I get it through here? Here we go. Okay. put it in. Yep. We're gonna send this right up through. We're gonna hold it in place and set it right back out through where we started. Okay, so keep your area where you remember where you came out from. Okay, keep that corner. There you go. Make sure your line can still come through. Excellent. Bury it on the corner. Send it to the front. Bury it in place. Excellent. Now what you do is you take your hook. Hook that I use on this is a Owner ST41BC size 2. Okay. You want to look and see where that bottom piece is going to rest flat on its back the best you can. What I like to do is cut it right to there to where it has a locking point. Okay. So I'm going to cut off to where right where it gets straight, so I can bury it in the back. Okay. Real close. Hold it. Snip it. Put it down. Now you can see, here's the piece that's bent. Here's the piece that's together. What I want to do is take my pliers and just bring a little bit of that hook together so it's not weighing so far off the sides. I want to bend it just a little bit. Okay? Now, what you do is you get your hook. Okay? Get your line. Put obviously your favorite knot in. You're probably asking why is he not putting a split ring in, because I don't like to add any more components than I have to for something like this. Now, obviously you could do whatever knot you want. I use a whole bunch of different knots, but for this I'm just gonna do the real fast Palomar just so you can see the setup on how you are gonna use it, okay? So you take your Palomar, put it through. Excellent. Obviously you would wet it, pull it down. Tighten it up on the line. Okay, put it over here. Good. Now, take your little snips. Snip off your piece that you don't want. Now, when you come back over to the bait, you're gonna run that bait all the way up top. Now, you're gonna wanna turn it. You wanna turn your bait and put it in. Obviously, we went a little bit too far on this, but it's okay that it goes in the back. Once it runs in the back, it runs flush. Look at that. You can't even see the wire in the line through. The line through is actually buried inside there, running up the belly and going in tight. Now, if you're worried, now obviously you can do it on any angle you want, bring it closer or whatnot, but for this I just put it in so you can see the secrets of how to use it real quick and how to clean it out. Now, if this piece, when it's coming through the water, if it's not resting as flush as you want it, that's where you get your hairpin. Your hairpin acts as an excellent point to break it down. Okay, cut your two ends like you would. Okay. Okay, get yourself the piece that you wanted. Okay, I can't even pick this up. Let me get it off the table. Now, go over to your bait. Put it directly where you're gonna wanna put it. Stick it in the bait itself. Push it down as hard as you can. Lock it right into place. Ready to go fishing? Bottom bounce and regular swim. And when it comes out, obviously you'll have to bring another set of pins with you, all right? But when that pin comes off and you have just this bait right here, when it's locked into place, it's gonna come off and boop, complete line through. Easy as anything because you're using that straw, and that straw does all the magic, and it doesn't ruin your bait. And every now and then you can use your mend it and clean it up a little bit better, but look how perfect that's coming through each time. So just a little quick tournament tip. Been using this for years. I hope you guys enjoy it. Come by anytime you want. Good luck on the water. Thumbs up.